The member from Etobicoke North.
Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for...
Also, Speaker happens to be a fellow Etobicoke MPP from Etobicoke-Lakeshore. Speaker, I'm very pleased to learn about more developments in the Great Riding of Etobicoke North, which include a $400 million expansion of Etobicoke General Hospital, a $2 billion expansion of the Finch LRT, a brand new spanking student centre at Humber College, and so much more that's going on in the riding. Speaker, in particular to the Minister, the Premier joined Mayor Tory and the Minister to announce the leveraging of surplus provincial lands at Kipling and Finch in my riding to create new affordable housing units. And of course, Speaker, as you will know, housing is of course a significant expense for people in their day-to-day lives. Helping people find suitable, affordable, and appropriate housing is absolutely critical. Speaker, therefore, I'm delighted to see how the government is moving to create affordable housing units in Thistletown in the Panorama Court area. Speaker, my question is, can the Minister please tell us more about how this welcome development...
Thank you. Minister of Housing.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the member from Etobicoke North for his outstanding advocacy for the community of Etobicoke North. Mr. Speaker, we understand the growing pressures that many Ontarians face in their desire to own a home or even to rent a home. That's why we announced our fair housing plan back in April, Mr. Speaker. It was a very comprehensive package of measures which included taking surplus provincial lands and allowing them to be redeveloped for much-needed housing. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I was pleased to be with Premier Wynne as she announced the release of the Thistletown lands for the creation of a new residential community which will include 35% of all the new housing units there as affordable. Some will be affordable rentals, some will be affordable home ownership, and there will be large-sized family units as well as part of that redevelopment, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to thank my fellow MPP from Etobicoke, also the Minister of Housing, with reference to that answer. First of all, Speaker, I'm not sure if I've mentioned the extraordinary developments going on in Etobicoke North, which include the $400 million expansion of Etobicoke General Hospital, the $2 billion expansion of the Finch LRT, with 8 stops, count them, within my own riding, custom designed for my residents. And Speaker, in particular to the Minister, as in a capacity as the Minister of Housing, I'm especially pleased to learn, as he's just detailed, the Thistletown site, which is, by the way, a 48-acre beautiful site within my own riding, which will include green space, a new community, and a range of housing options. And Speaker, I understand that the multiple measures that the Minister is undertaking as part of the Fair Housing Plan will, of course, not only benefit my own constituents in Etobicoke North, but beyond. Speaker, my question is, could the Minister please elaborate on how the Fair Housing Plan is helping to create more fairness and opportunity in the province?
Thank you. It's even shorter. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member from Etobicoke North for both posing the question and almost giving the answer as well. Mr. Speaker, our comprehensive Ontario Fair Housing Plan included a number of measures in addition to releasing lands to create thousands of new affordable units across the province. We expanded rent control to all Ontario tenants, Mr. Speaker. We limited the above guideline increases that landlords could charge. We're working on a standard lease that would protect both tenants and landlords across this province with common language and common conditions for a residential lease. Mr. Speaker, we also brought in measures to tamp down on rampant speculation that increases housing prices. Mr. Speaker, the announcement yesterday is another example of fair housing being brought to Ontarians.
Great answer.